around thinking that feminine things are shameful as men, even though feminine things are powerful.
But that's the thing. I wouldn't even use the word feminine to describe those things. I would just say that's a man acting in. It says to render onto the weaker vessel knowledge and understanding. So when a man does that, that's him just having that constant knowledge and understanding, that emotional intelligence, not being effeminate. Yeah, I wouldn't use that word.
Yeah. This is the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 7, reading from verse 25. Marry thy daughter, and so shalt thou have performed a weighty matter, but give her to a man of understanding.
That's right. So being a man of understanding is, first of all, having the fear of Yahweh and having that, respect and ordination towards Yahweh. And once you do that, you'll be able to take care of your own household. I think it also says in Sirach to not be a ruling lion in your house, for men not to be ruling lions. Like, to not be a damn, just mean as hell all the damn time. You're not supposed to just be mean as hell.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? And we're not to be strikers. So the Bible instructs us not to be strikers. So shit. Take all those things into account. That's what it is, man. And we ran our nation underneath structure. Hey, just because we say women can't, women ain't supposed to teach, man. That's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? That's the laws that we follow. Point blank period.
And then his brothers and sisters out here keeping the law, statutes, commandments, there would be no need to strike your woman. Because she ain't going to be no harlot out there, And you ain't going to be no whoremonger,
Or you get drunk in your own house.
Yeah. Things that lead to that sort of activity just wouldn't be. At the end of the day, man, it's sin that's that enemy, man. It's the one that's what begets these things, man.
So yeah, that's the word. And I love bringing up that one talking point about the Muslims, because the Muslims say that a woman is half a person. So the Bible don't say that.
She's her own person.
2 to 3 women see you commit idolatry, your head's off your shoulders, brother. Sorry. Point blank period. Say we had some fair young women in our community and they ain't got a husband yet. They out getting a little grain and something, and they see you over there practicing damn idolatry. They going to tell your ass, bro. And we're over with it.
So women may not have no, let's say, vote in the community when it comes to like, let's build a bridge over here. But most men don't either, man. In Israel, man, all it takes for a king or whomever, if he owns land and he has the resources, money to carry out this engagement, this building, well then he could do that. If he owns the land, he don't have to ask permission.
Do you think Jesus would say that you were worshiping idols if you were worshiping only Jesus the man?
Would Jesus say that?
Yeah, would Jesus say that? Because
I'll say this.
Does Jesus understand the difference between what he is talking about, which is God, and his ego?
If you viscerate
Jesus has that discernment himself.
I'm asking you. If you're like the Catholics that go into the church and they literally pray to Jesus and viscerate him, that is idolatry. And I'll stand on it.
I actually don't even know what the word viscerate.
Viscerate means like go and cry and pray onto and stuff
revere
like that.
him in this really exalted way, in a personal
if you do that because they're not doing it to Yahweh, they're doing it to Christ, the Son of God.
Yeah.
And Christ, even in Revelation, he says to the angel, he was like, don't pray before me and kneel before me, you go kneel before the Father.
Precisely. See, that's the discernment between knowing that we're talking about God and not talking about just individual ego to be worshipped,
Sometimes you don't say anything, man. He will just let you bow to him. That's fine. There's nothing going off about that.
Well, I'm talking about, because it's 2 words. It's, what is those 2 words? It's proskuneo and latreo, because Christ only attributes latreo to the Father when he says, like, oh, thou shalt only worship the Father, But when man came to worship Christ, that word is proskuneo, which means prostrating yourself. So we can prostrate Christ. Should I do that? But to viscerate him over Yahweh, over his Father, no, we don't do that, because Christ said, serve only him, bow only to the Father, pray to the Father. Like those are things Christ said. So we're followers of what Christ said. We're not worshiping Christ. got some. And then you got the Pope. He did his first sermon today talking about he's calling for world peace. Well, there ain't gonna be no goddamn world peace until the Israelites are back in their land, man. So I don't know what the hell you getting up on stage talking, literally shared this with millions of Romans and people that are, I keep saying Romans, Catholics. They're in the damn Catholic Church talking about this is an order for the papacy. I want no more war on the earth. Like who are you, bro? Who are you?
Are they not Romans?
We got Armageddon coming. We got the war of Magog and Gog. We got America's war. We got Armageddon. Who the hell are you to say let peace be on earth and no more wars coming strictly from the Pope and the papacy? Having that be an ordination. Who the hell are you, dude? And this is where they get that damn blasphemy saying he's the figure of Christ, thinking he could just like call for world peace and nobody go to war no more. Who the hell are you, man? When it says in the Bible, Yahweh is a man of war. Period. You going against Yahweh at that damn point, man.
Yeah. This is the book of Joshua, chapter 5, reading from verse 13.
Bring it up.
And it came to pass when Joshua was by Jericho that he lifted up his eyes and looked, and behold, there stood a man over against him with his sword drawn in his hand. And Joshua went unto him and said unto him, Art thou for us or for our adversaries? And he said, Nay, but as captain of the host of the Lord am I now come. And Joshua fell on his face to the earth and did worship, and said unto him, What saith my Lord unto his servant? And the captain of the Lord's host said unto Joshua, Loose thy shoe from off thy feet, for the place wherein thou standest is holy. And Joshua did so.
And that's Yahushua, silence kept. That's Yahushua, the captain of the host army that's going into the Melchizedek high priesthood, because Christ acted upon the Melchizedek high priesthood, because Melchizedek was Christ, you know, because there's nobody else that's the captain of the Lord of the hosts army except for Yahushua, because he sits at the right hand of the Father, right? This gets the divine counsel. I mean, that's high talk right there.
It's lucky. And some brothers like myself, hey, I might come to the conclusion that actually took place after it might have taken place after Revelation. So, I mean, sometime during Revelation, because he's got the sword in his hand. He didn't get that sword until he was told to go get the sword in the book of Revelation. Hey man, that brother can move through time, man. That's how I feel, but I could be wrong, you know.
Because that's he can move through time, because they're outside of space and time.
Yeah.
You know.
So there's a chance that who knows when that actually took place, and in the course of his events from his eyes, you know. We know how, you know, in the order in which these came to pass, you know, through just the common timeline, but through his, who knows, man.
But it's still things that Yahushua don't know, that Yahweh only knows, like the time in which he is coming back, and the time of reaping. All of those things, Yahweh knows.
You were gonna hang out.
But we know that is Yahushua, though. This is the book of Hebrews, chapter 7, reading from verse 1.
Bring it up.
For this Melchizedek, king of Salem, priest of the Most High God, who met Abraham returning from the slaughter of the kings and blessed him, to whom also Abraham gave a 10th part of all, first being by interpretation king of righteousness, and after that also king of Salem, which is king of peace. For without father, without mother, without descent, having neither beginning of days nor end of life, but made like unto the Son of God, abided a priest continually.
Yup, so there's always been a Melchizedek, acting in the role of Melchizedek, there will always be a priest before Yahweh. So, and who is that? We know that is Christ. When we read the chapters in Ezekiel, when it says that the prince will come in by the steps, Yahushua will always be our high priest, period, point blank. You know what I'm saying? Now, is that saying that the Levites are not going to have their job? No, because in the book of Jeremiah 33, it says that the Levites should not want a man before me to constantly offer the offering. So the Levites are going to go inside their same practical role inside the temple, but the high priest will be Hamashiach Yahushua. It won't be anybody else. It will always be Hamashiach. Yeah, man, let's listen to that divine counsel. Divine counsel. Christ being on the right hand, and Satan, man, being on the damn left hand.
Who knows what's actually, what that brother's got planned, man? Because, it was nothing, what did it say? It was, God spake nothing concerning Judah, man. So this is the book of Hebrews, chapter 7, reading from verse 13. For he of whom these things are spoken pertaineth to another tribe, of which no man gave attendance at the altar. For it is evident that our Lord sprang out of Judah, of which tribe Moses spake nothing concerning priesthood.
So Moses spoke nothing.
Yeah.
Yahweh. Because Yahweh allowed David to act as king and high priest when he wore the linen ephod. Because he was under the order of Melchizedek. That's what kings can do. They can put on the linen ephod. And this is why it says they should go on to David, their king. So David's lineage is all in his lineage will be the kings of Israel. And they're all Judites. So I mean, and then we also know that with
it's kind of a little bit of me, a little bit over these people's heads.
Yeah. Because when you really get into it, like a lot of them higher demons and stuff, they're gonna be destroyed in Isaiah 24. It says, I will punish the high ones that sit on high and all the kings of the earth. So who are the high ones that sit upon high? Those are the things we don't see. The entities we don't see.
Unseen beasts we don't see, man. I hate them, man.
Why did we see when the evil spirits, when they was like, how thou come to torment us before the time? So we know it's going to be a lot of eradicated demons at the onslaught of Christ coming back, putting us in the new covenant, because guess what? Israelites are not going to be sinning no more. So we're not going to have those demons whispering in our ear and causing us to err away from Yahweh. Crazy stuff, man. Literally, we're going to be biologically and mentally programmed by Yahweh.
That's right.
It's crazy. That's crazy, man. Thinking in light all the time. Bro, that's gonna be wild as hell. I always think about that.
And like another thing, man, that I don't really that's time to talk about. But that's fun. But yeah, man, it's gonna be just it's already written, man. It's gonna just be we will live in righteousness. Finally.
That's why we striving. That's why when the brother came up here, hey man, you better
it's like that scripture we brought out.
We know you off, brother. Don't allow that shit to take over you, because like I told him, this day is an account, man. Look at the information.
Did the scripture say evil shall be quenched? Something like that? Basically, it's gonna be over with, man.
All I know is that the curse will no more be on the people of the city, so.
And that evil's gonna be out of here, man. There's gonna be no more evil.
Y'all Christian? I can ask y'all a question? Oh man, no, don't got time for Christ, man. That's crazy.
Hey man,
sisters ain't got no time for Christ, man. That's crazy.
Brother, what you out here with that funny hat for? You a Muslim?
He's probably a walking man. He ain't got to shoot it. Probably a wandering man. He's probably one of the Moors. The Moors also be dressing like that.
Still wandering, man. How you still wandering, man? The truth is out here. Scriptures being, put out, man. Hey, man, it's time to stop, man. It's time to.
Yeah, some brothers be having the fan zone, man. The damn, because Moors be doing that too. I'm trying to tell you, Moors be wearing that shit too. He's like, I'm a wandering man. I don't.
Sisters, are y'all Africans? Do you identify with being Africans? Yeah. So where are your forefathers from? So I got one quick question for you. Do you know that Africa is named after a so-called white man? Scipio Africanus, who defeated Hannibal. So how are you an African when that name comes from a white man?
Everybody changed their mother's name.
Out here confused, man.
They come from the Catholic Church or what?
Just like a big ass watermelon, you out here confused.
This is why it says our men of renown are famished, man. Our elders have failed us, man.
Yeah.
Our elders have failed us. That's just what the Bible says. You know, it says our men of renown are famished and they're distraught. That's literally what they are, bro. Our elders failed us. Our parents failed us. They taught us about white Jesus. They taught us to bow down to white Jesus. You'll be saved. That's what the hell they taught to us, and that's what your punk ass and little ass don't learn in this church today. You know, straight blasphemy, just utter stupidity. When you start bringing out the Bible, it's just ridiculous. And this is why niggas in the community always say, you know, even some of our leaders, they say that black people who are Christians are at the lowest totem poles when it comes to scholarship and when it comes to understanding the Bible. Because you're going to regurgitate everything you heard from a goddamn white guy. Point blank period. You're going to regurgitate everything you heard from some goddamn white theologian on the damn internet. You're not going to come up with anything authentic and new. You got something?
No, I thought I could find it in a different book when it says we have sinned, we and our fathers. But I think there's another version of that in Jeremiah.
I got that.
Lamentation in Jeremiah.
Yo, this is the book of Lamentations, chapter 5 and verse 7. Our fathers have sinned and are not, and we have borne their iniquity.
It's that simple, you know? So we still in captivity, man. Even that newborn child that have not yet sinned, neither known good nor evil, hey man, they are born in captivity just as the rest of us, man. Y'all believe in God? Yeah. Silent, man. Got nothing to say.
And it's